It was actually right after we got married. So that's almost 20 years now. That we were living in Burnaby at the time, and we like to go back to Kelowna to go to church. And over the hill, it's about 300 kilometers ish. And it used to take us $40 each way, which is kind of surprising because Kelowna being higher than Vancouver, you would think it would take less to go back. But it does anyway, for some reason. It used to cost $40 in gas just to go over the hill to go to church each way. So we didn't do it that often, maybe once a month. And we were pretty bored. One time we were going to go, and we said, well, it's tight on gas. So we prayed for fuel economy. And we had just bought the van. Another reason that we were short on money. And we were just married, so another reason you're short on money. So we drove to Kelowna, get there, fill up the tank, $40 within a few cents, right? And then Denise wasn't familiar with Kelowna yet as a city, so I took her on a nice tour up through the orchards, roundabout. We were driving around that city and the surrounding country and farms and orchards for at least 6 hours, like the whole day, during the day. And we drove 152.6 kilometers, which is about 100 miles. And I remember that specifically because the gas gauge didn't move. Not a bit, didn't wiggle, nothing. So I said, well, either we have a miracle or we have a broken van. New van, it could have been broken, right? So I said, we'll find out tomorrow for sure. So drove 152.6 kilometers. Then we went to church next morning, and I told the pastor there about it. And I said, I'll give you a call. I'm going to go fill up before we go over the hill to make sure it's full, and we'll prove what happened. So we went to church that morning and went to lunch, and then went to the gas station before heading home. And I put the pump into the gas tank, and it wouldn't take a drop. As soon as I hit the lever, plunk, it shut down. It wouldn't take any gas. We drove 152.6 kilometers slowly, which means poor fuel economy, of course, up and down hills with a lot of idling for hours and hours and hours and hours, and we didn't burn a single drop of gas. So then we called Jonah, told him what was going on. Jonah's the pastor, by the way. And then we drove over the hill to Burnaby, and the gas gauge was working all the way back. We landed in Burnaby, refilled, $40, almost to the penny. 152.6 kilometers of driving, 100 miles ish for all you Americans down there. And we didn't burn one single drop of gas. Now, is this Bible? How many people did Jesus feed with loaves and fishes? How about the Shunammite woman there when Elijah said, the oil will not run dry nor the grain until the Lord sends rain? Is it Bible? It's absolutely Bible. Is it for you? Of course it's for you. God is no respecter of persons. If he'll do it for me, he'll do it for you. All you have to do is believe with all your heart, and the word of God will be manifest in your life supernaturally in signs, wonders, and miracles. So get born again. Get that relationship with Jesus Christ.